I want to get into behind this cart without destroying my sword, because weapons have 2 ability. Now I got a torch and a soul of the lost undead. So all these stones here are like tutorial. And the same with this entire area here. Like, I'm gonna go through the tutorial areas, but I'm not gonna read the stones. Now, the knight is a very, very good starting class. That's like, the knight was the first, like, the class I started out with, and it is also what I believe to be the best starting class. So down where we have an ogre more. That's another one of the tutorial bits. This one is like, oh, learn how to backstab. I started out with the knight, as can be seen in my videos, and I don't regret that, because my friend started out with the warrior, and he did a lot more damage, but he is a lot more squishy. Also, the warrior starts with a broken sword, which has a very limited reach and not a lot of damage, whereas the knight starts with bastard sword, which is a sword you get a bit later in the game, or can't get, and it's a very nice starting sword. You also start with some really good armor, the Falconer armor. I don't think you got the hood. I don't like the Falconer armor that much. I like the imported armor a lot more, so I'm gonna equip that. Armor doesn't play a very big role in this game, to be honest. But it does play some role. The damage reduction can be dramatic from nothing to a lot, but it also armor also makes you slower and makes you regenerate your stamina slower. Okay, so now we have the nest here. This is where the crows are. This is where we can use our small, smooth and silky stone and leave it. And we can also leave the petrified something, and then we can pick new items up from them. Like this tiny shard from our smooth silky stone, that's nice. Demon's Great Hammer. Oh wow, okay. So we just got a Demon's Great Hammer. So Demon's Great Hammer has 300 damage. It will overburden us if I put it on, and it has a strength requirement of 50. So I get a lot of punish for trying to use this. But it packs a punch. A big punch. But I'm not gonna use that, that's way too heavy. I'm gonna jump down here. Access an item. Now, that's the only important bit in the tutorial area, is that ladder to get that kick down if you want to go to the crows with smooth and silky stones and petrified somethings from their own, and also another item. I'm gonna leave the tutorial area now because I know what's in the rest of it. And if you're interested, I think I go through it on my last character. I failed miserably there because I wasn't using a controller. The PC controls are harsh. Here we are in Majula. Now, I know there's an item by the tree here. And you could go through the gate there, which is like epic. But right here, you see down there the path? There's a ledge right here. We can jump down here and we can jump down here. Right here there's a path. Yeah. There's a morning star and a cleric's sacred chime. I'm not gonna use either, but it's nice to have. And we have the binoculars, which is also very nice to have. Now we are here instead. So we would normally have gone through there, So would be the view we've gotten. So we can go here and light the Majula bonfire. That's gonna be really important. The bonfire is the fast travel mechanic of yeah. What am I even saying? Dark Souls 2. So I can travel back to things betwixt with the old ladies. So having this is gonna be your like major hub.
Are you the next monarch?
Maybe.
Or merely a pawn of fate?
Probably.
Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
We got our Estus flask.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrin.
Yeah, as it says, we can level up using her. You level up with the souls. Now, that's a guy up here that I want to speak to. That's also this tablet that records all the deaths worldwide, and I can see it has reset with Skull of the First Sin, so that's a shame. But still.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drangleic these days, there are very few places like that. I am Solden. And like you, I lost everything. And now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody.
Depressing. So these bloodstains is where another player died, and if you touch it, you can see how they died. So this guy was probably fighting Solden, to be honest, and he died. I'm not gonna fight Solden.
Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls.
Yes.
And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels?
So,
when you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
so I'm gonna join with the blue. For now. Which will give me a ring that increase my health a little.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the Sentinels cradle you in their embrace.
Now, people have called this. Let me just see if I can learn a gesture. Yeah, learn gesture. Welcome. Yeah. Okay.
May you find
So the Blue Covenant, yeah, increases HP slightly. So yeah, that increased my health a little bit. But the Blue Covenant, the Way of the Blue, is connected to another covenant called the Blue Sentinels, which is a PvP covenant. So whenever I get invaded by one from the Red Covenant, a Blue Covenant, like a Blue Sentinel, will come and help me. Oh, poor blacksmith.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door.
So yeah, we need to open that door for him, and he's gonna be our blacksmith. There's some items around here, on the edge of the blacksmith's house, where a lot of people have died. Where if they died, did they fall down? Yep, people fall down. Yep. Good job. Now, life gem. That's nice. There's a big ass hole here, and we cannot survive the first jump. So we're not gonna try. You need a special item for that. So there's more in here.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and well, I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
Now, Morlin sells some shields and some armor. It's a bit like he sells the falconer armor. It's nice, but we're not gonna buy anything from here.
Well, I do hope I see you again.
Later on, he becomes important. Well, a bit important. The more souls you invest in him, the richer he gets, and the more armors and weapons he will sell. So he'll end up selling a lot of good armor later in the game, and even later he will sell the boss armors. But he'll grow from like the insecure shopkeeper he is now to a cocky bastard. Now, that house there is locked. You need the key to enter. And there's this house to a very special person.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
Now, she can show you your rankings with different covenant, and you can choose to abandon your covenant. And also, she sells some rings, and later on some other stuff like these things, which is useful. Now we need that ring to survive the fall down the hole, but we're not gonna buy that. That ring is good if you want to play with a friend, because you can take the ring and then you choose one of, I think, 8 symbols, and your friend chooses the same symbol, and you can only be connected with people either in the Covenant connected to the symbol, or with people having the same symbol on the ring.
Nothing
So
sneaky
that
left.
is a very good ring to do some co-op. Now, this here is a stone. And if you knock it down, there we go, you'll get an Estus Flask shot. This is important, because that's the only way to get more uses of your Estus Flask, which I will equip down here. There, Estus Flask. So life gems is currency that you can just spam away, but Estus is what you'll keep getting. So up here's the Champion Stone, and that will make the game a hell of a lot harder. Like, insanely hard. I've done that before, because the end reward is a ring that makes you able to use your fists as weapons. Probably the most hard-hitting thing in the game. But I am not gonna do that this time.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid. Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away. Is that a shard you found?
Yes, it is.
Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
Upgrade Estus Flask. Yes, sir. Now let's leave. And we have two paths we can take from here. We can go down there on the left, or we can go over there on the right in front of me. That was like it way down. And you know what? I think we'll choose this first. So let's go.